Hey guys, good evening. I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to another website and the final kind of big organisation video. It is coming up to 4 o'clock, so it is about evening, afternoon time. Depends what you call this time of day. I'm in the same outfit as I literally just said goodbye to you guys in, because as I mentioned in the previous website, I was about to start the kitchen organisation literally straight away after finishing the living room organisation. So I've kind of had a full day of stuff and got on with everything, and now I'm going to start in the kitchen getting stuff out of there and organised and done before my other half gets home, and then we'll probably work on some bits together, and then early tomorrow we'll deep clean what we can do, and then we'll start putting things back in the kitchen. It's really exciting. I'm very excited for this one because we have been living with the kitchen sort of half-happily. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. We've just been living with it as it is, and it has desperately needed like a big rejig of everything, but we sort of keep putting it off because like we keep saying, oh, we'll do it when we do the kitchen makeover. That kitchen makeover isn't happening for a while. Definitely subscribe if you're not already, because it is coming this year. It's a mini kitchen makeover, but it's going to be worth it. But it isn't coming for a while, so it's one of those where it's like, okay, we need to keep plodding on, or we can just literally organise and get on with it. So that's what we're doing today. So let me show you what we've got the kitchen so far as, very real life, and then I'm going to start on, I'll explain which areas I'm going to start on, and then yeah, kind of go from there. Okay, take 2000 of this. I've tried to do this intro to the kitchen so many times, but we've been interrupted by neighbours, deliveries, barking dogs, etc, etc. So I'm just going for it now because I can't keep doing this intro. So this is the kitchen as it is. So this is how we literally live every day. Things get piled up behind the boards. There is an extra bag out there for recycling, dog towels, etc, etc. So this is literally everyday living in our house, but hopefully resetting it will find some smart decisions so we don't always have to have a Waitrose bag out full of recycling to take to the bin. We can have a bit more kind of organised chaos. It will be organised chaos, but just have a bit more organisation so it feels cleaner in here. I think if you can't tell by my voice, I'm getting really angsty being in this room because it's so unorganized and messy, and particularly low levels. It's not Dash's fault at all, it's just the time of year, but there's a lot of dirt and grime, and I'm just like, I don't want to be in this room. So it is worth doing this project of just getting everything cleaned out, sorted, so that we can feel, you know, I can at least feel okay to be in this room on a daily basis rather than just avoiding it at all costs, because I just don't want to be in a grimy, not an organised space. You can really tell my voice, this room is triggering me quite a bit. So it's kind of going to be, I think, a mini laundry room as well as the kitchen. So in case you guys didn't know, this door here is to our cellar. But also, if you can't tell, it's the laundry room, which I've done a makeover before, I'll link down below. But we really did transform the space to be a bit more organised in terms of storage and whatnot, but things get piled, rubbish gets dumped there and whatnot. So this needs sorting so that I can get rid of things like this and the towel there, etc, etc. Hello boy. So that will help stuff. I don't think things like the leaves and stuff will go there. That's fine on the door, but I definitely want this out of the way because the Velcro keeps catching me, and I don't like having his like high-vis jacket and his towel here. But for the most part, it is going to be a relatively simple thing, and I know once Lee comes home, we'll get kind of sorted with everything. It's going to feel a lot better in here to like get moving and organisation and stuff. For now, I'm going to work on particular areas, I think 3 areas that I know I need to kind of just go through myself, because I don't think Lee will really have an opinion on. Everywhere else in the everywhere else in the kitchen, Lee will have an opinion on because he is the one that cooks for our family. So I don't really want to organise stuff that you know, I don't want to put things in a place where he's not going to feel natural to kind of go to, if that makes sense. So the areas I'm going to sort out are these back cupboards here. So cupboard number 1 is Dash's food cupboard. These are our welly bags, which maybe we can put somewhere else, and then we can organise that, and maybe the towels can live there. This cupboard is also his cupboard. He thinks I'm getting out a treat, that's why he's here. So this mainly has like his box of food. There's a first aid box there, loads of towels, toys, etc. His general box of grooming. So again, can I go through all that, just organise it and make more use of that cupboard and then have a bit more breathing room. The next bit of organisation is this bit here. So this is our kind of pantry cupboard. It's just a billy bookcase with some glass doors on. It's relatively useful storage. Like, I do love this kind of styling moment in the kitchen. But opening up the cupboard, you can kind of see just the mess that's kind of accumulated here. There's so many HelloFresh and Gusto recipe cards that just need to go in the recycling bin because we're not going to make those recipes again. So I really want to go in there and just clean it up and organise it. There's also things in here like glasses. Like I mean, like one wine glass is fine, but I've got like a set of wine glasses, I've got a set of beer glasses and champagne glasses. I don't even drink anymore, so these don't really need a use here. So I think either donating them or just recycling them or giving them to a charity shop would just clear it out. And then I think once we get our forever home, yeah, we'll start buying that stuff again, but we don't necessarily need it now. So that's kind of the ruthlessness we're going with. And then the final area I'm going to focus on in terms of organising is this cupboard here. So who remembers me doing this little DIY cubby hole situation last organisation video? As you can tell, life happens and things just get messy. So this just again needs everything pulling out, organising, throwing away old stuff, and then kind of making it more useful and more organised and complete. So the plan, as I said, is I do want to remove everything. Like, I want all this removed, I want all that removed, all the cupboards removed as much as possible so that we can get in there deep clean. And then we're going to leave it empty overnight, the kitchen, and then what we're going to do is get up tomorrow and start organising it bright and early and then putting things back. I feel like if we work with a blank space rather than having things moving around, it's going to make so much more sense. So it's like day one of moving into a space. We don't want to just kind of like move things around for the sake of moving around. We really want to start with a clean slate, blank, fresh eyes, and kind of go from there. But definitely things like obviously the cupboards, those two cupboards definitely are just Dash's cupboards. This is obviously as it is, and sink wise as well, that is what it is. So that's kind of what I'm going to work on my own. We're going to have some dinner when Lee gets here from work, and then we'll start with really cleaning out the kitchen and really scrubbing it down and stuff. If you couldn't tell as well, I feel like I walked past this and really just glanced. We had an oven recently replaced because the gas line was broken, but the oven was bigger than what they are now. Apparently the hob was over 30 years old, so we've now got this strip of wood here, which is why a makeover is desperately needed, because it doesn't look pretty. Are you all right? You're just huffing and puffing. You don't need to go out, you've just been out, so you don't need to go out, boo. Anywho, I've been rambling on long enough. Let's get you set up on the time lapse and let's get started. Let's go for the sink, because that's going to be an easy one of getting that clean and organised. Okay, cleaning cupboard number 1 done. This feels so much better to be in, and I've managed to hide the bag of recycling. I just forgot if I mentioned that we have this Waitrose bag here because this is like what we use for our recycling. So a bin's in there pretty much for general waste, but we put recycling here, and then one of us takes out, I say one of us, Lee takes it out every night and puts it in our recycling bin, because it's not outside our house, we have to go around the corner to our bins. But now, instead of hanging it on the door here on the outside, it can now sit in there, and it's hidden outside our mind. This is why you do these things, guys. I feel 10 times better already. But I've literally just kind of really organised out everything. So the little woven basket is pretty much everything that we use daily or would need kind of to grab instantly. So multi-purpose spray, let me pull it out. Multi-purpose spray in a glass bottle, room refresher, carpet stain remover, obviously grab when you need to, another carpet cleaner, another fabric refresher spray, and then a window and glass cleaner, because we do use these multiple kind of times a week. And then in here, if I move this one here, This just has like everything that we probably only use once a week or very rarely. So there's backup bottles of Zaflora, which goes in the multi-purpose. This is laundry detergent that I actually use to soak roasting trays in. If you didn't know, you can lift grease from like a roasting tray after like a Sunday roast with just actual fabric laundry wash, because it lifts grease. It's what it's meant to do with your clothes, so it works perfectly on pans and stuff. Bathroom cleaners in there, and then just general stuff that again we're not using on a daily basis, so pretty much can live in that cupboard there. I've got spare kitchen roll down there with spare spare bags, because we want to keep our bags and reuse them as much as possible. And then up there is literally kind of spare sponges, cleaners, mop heads, etc, etc. So they kind of live there, along with the dustpan and brush and the emergency torch if the electrics ever go out. So that's that cupboard done and dusted. I wish it was much more fancier, but it is what it is when it's a rental house. I pulled out, I don't know why they were dumped in there, but I'll use them for cleaning. But I had dashboard wipes for the car, and then I had this, which is our fabric protector spray for shoes and stuff like that, which actually I think I can put in Dash's cupboard, or actually in the laundry room, so they're kind of there until I find a home. And then these were all stuff that was empty, so we're getting rid of those. So that's one kind of bit done. I'm just going to sort this out. I also found a load of trash bags. I don't know why. I think we may have got these in anticipation of the big cleanup. So I'm going to go and take these to the bin now, and then I'm going to get started on this big daddy of cleaning. Look at Dash. Poor little guy. It is about an hour later. Oh, that is bright. That's a bit too bright for my liking. But I've just finished tidying and emptying this cupboard. I'll have to show you the living room because it's like all over the place. So we've officially done under the sink, and we've done this cupboard. I've cleaned the inside, all the shelves, the glass inside. I'm gonna leave Lee to clean the outside of it, but that was really cathartic, getting rid of like stuff. I've got a load of glass that's sat there ready to go in the recycling bin, and it had a load of like I said, there was cookbooks that we need to kind of go through, like as to whether or not we really need to keep them. It had like the HelloFresh recipes, which are right in the recycling bin now as we speak. Loads of like entertaining stuff, so like tea towels, napkins, etc, that I use a lot for like content creation, that I've moved downstairs, including plates and stuff. I kept one or two. I'll show you, like I said, the living room where everything sort of started to migrate towards there. Also found my Neptune vine tomato candle, which I loved burning in the kitchen last year, but obviously it got to its last leg, so I've just removed the last bit of the wax, and I'm cleaning out the actual vessel because it's a really nice kind of like rustic pot. And then I'm going to use some of the wax stuff and essentials that I have from my candle making kit and recreate it for the new year. So I'm happy I finally ticked that job off. But this is now giving me a real good idea of like what we can use this for, like definitely the hidden storage side of thing, what we can do. Let me show you the living room, my beautiful living room that was once clean and is now a complete wreck again. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. So all the little kind of decorative bits are up here, cookbooks are here, more decorative stuff. I've obviously moved all the glassware up here. So I kept some of the stuff, like 2 wine glasses, 2 beer glasses, sort of tumbler and a gin glass for when I'm making mocktails and stuff. This was one of the jars that we got from Portugal, so obviously that's there to keep it safe. We have like a water pitcher, which I do want to keep because it's very handy for having water and stuff in there. And then these are currently what I've got downstairs of my non-alcoholic range. So these are 2 non-alcoholic sparkling wines, and then that's obviously a Fizz Zero from M&S, but I have non-alcoholic spirits upstairs that I definitely want to bring down. I think I might create a little like bar range in that pantry, but we'll see what happens with space and stuff like that. So just moving you guys back over here into the kitchen. Got one bag going there, all the glass at the back there, which as I said needs moving to the recycling bin. I'm going to start on this cupboard, and then I'm going to get on with tea because pretty much Lee should be home within the next hour or so. So yeah, we'll time lapse through this cupboard and then probably time lapse through the rest of the evening cleaning everything out. I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. So let's begin the time lapses. Good morning. It is the next day. Apologies for not really showing a lot last night. Sorry, I just burped. That was really rude of me. But basically we had to just turn off the camera because we were getting heated about stuff. It was just better to tackle it off camera and get it sorted. But if you can't tell by how echoey it is in this room, it is completely cleared all but 2 cupboards. Like, I have to show you the living room. Like, it is crazy at the moment. Poor Dash is just following me around. He's just so upset because he's like, what is happening? But this feels really good. We're bright and early. We're gonna get cracking on with everything. I'm literally like, I think this is like 5-day-old hair, ponytail, no makeup face, but we're just gonna crack on, clean everything, and then have like a really nice brand spanking new kitchen to deal with like for the new week. So let me show you what we've got and where we're going with. So this is the empty kitchen. The only things in here are that, because we've got some washing, my cup of coffee because it's needed, rubbish down there, some spare trash bags, and then the coffee machine because that's really the only space it can sit for the moment. But yeah, other than that, that cupboard is full and that cupboard is full of food, so we're going to sort those bits out, and also the other cupboards that I sorted out last night. If I come over here, ooh, husband's opening the door for me. This is our beautiful living room in complete chaos. I would like to say there's some organisation to it, but it's organised chaos at the moment. So everything is pulled out here, going back in one by one. So, you hiding, Lee?
I'm just soothing the puppy.
Soothing the puppy, yeah. He keeps throwing himself in that corner. I think just leave him, babe. He really just wants to be on his own.
Sure.
Yeah. So, should we start on the food section in here?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna set you guys up. We're gonna get cracking. Down, which leaves now gorgeously cleaning up and getting sorted. You feeling good, babe?
Yeah, I just got to back to this.
Yeah. Right, final cupboard, and then it's deep cleaning every surface in this kitchen. Okay, every nook and cranny is now being emptied. So we're gonna get some hot soap and water on the walls, multi-purpose spray on the countertops, blitz cleaning this up, and then we'll start putting everything back together. How you doing, babe?
Like and subscribe.
And this is our living room. Chaos. Okay guys, it's been about 2 hours. Checking with the other guy. Yeah, 2 hours it's been. We're having a coffee break and we're also having a snack break with these bad boys from Studsy's deep fried pasta. Absolutely brilliant. We have completely done the kitchen now, like everything has been scrubbed within an inch of its life. The washing machine is on full max in terms of washing all the towels and the cloths that we've kind of gone through and stuff like that. We're now just taking a moment, we're just discussing where everything's gonna go in terms of where we're gonna go back. I think, babe, we're gonna have to bounce a little bit with stuff, like there's certain cupboards we know where stuff is going back, but other stuff we're just gonna have to bounce, aren't we? Like maybe we'll put the coffee table books in the pantry.
I mean by bounce.
What?
What do you mean by bounce?
Like, we'll put the coffee table books in the pantry, but then we might move on to that cupboard and then go back to that cupboard, etc, etc. Maybe, we'll see how we go. So we're gonna get started. The main thing we've been arguing is this cupboard here, because this is where we want the plates to go. I'll give a demonstration of what we're having issues with in this kitchen, so 1 second. Okay, can you see? So, we're wanting to move the plates from this open bit here, because that is where, thank you babe, they were before, but they were getting quite muddy with Dash and whatnot, weren't they? They were just getting disgusting. Yep. So we want to move them in here in close storage, but the problem we have is, we've got this little cupboard here, in which I can reach 2 shelves. There's no way I'm getting that top shelf. Yes, you show off your height. But this one, I can only reach this bit and a bit of this. Like, I can't go any further because of how far it goes back with the counter, so. There's like nowhere though for us to put like spare steps or anything either for me to step into, like it's just annoying. So yeah, which is where we're having a bit of a discussion, but as I said, I think we're going to move different places, different times. I think we know where most of the stuff is going. We've got hand washing happening at the same time as well, because like we want to like deep clean the knife block. We're going to wait to do that later. There's other stuff we want to have a bit of a deep clean of. We're going to go through it anyway. So I know a time lapse for you guys. Let's set you up and let's get organising this kitchen. Okay guys, it is nearly 1. We are done with this kitchen and boy does it feel better in here. Like, it feels so nice to be in. Babe, do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, there we go. Didn't even tell him to say that. So I'll give you a final tour of everything, give you kind of like what's been arranged and whatnot, and then yeah, this is it. This is the final room done for cleaning, and I'm so glad we got it all out of the way and organised. Oh, I feel like I've lost like 10 pounds just doing this job. Okay, so this is where we are at the moment. Some stuff hasn't changed, like the usual setup there, that setup here, coffee table books, not coffee table books, cookbooks. Can you tell what I've got on my mind? Cookbooks there. So we kept this fairly as it is. Obviously we've got planners there. That's the thermostat, which is obviously being used a lot at the moment, so we've got to get there. And then this is now more drink station with my Alpen muesli for breakfasts and whatnot. And then this was like a tomato leaf rediffuser that was like hidden. This section here is pretty much the same. Obviously these have changed, so now all the plates and bowls are up there. That's obviously the coffee frother that lives there. This is now me height, so I can get to things. And then we have here, this feels a bit higgledy-piggledy, but I just don't think there's really any better way we could have done this. So we've got the NutriBullet here because we are using it for like juice, making smoothies and whatnot. It's the only place it really can live without it being on the side, and I don't necessarily want it to be out on the side. This is now perfect because it means like we can swivel and grab as and when we need, so we just can't buy any more spices. We've also got like the almond butters and the peanut butters there to grab. This a little bit harder for me to reach there, but I can get this measuring jug on my tippy toes. But that's the bowl I use for baking that has like loaf trays, and then up there is all the flours and stuff. So realistically I just have to get stepladder out to get baking, which isn't something I do every day, which is great. And then we've got some hidden takeaway mugs that Lee can reach up there. The dog sounds like he's going mental right now behind me. This is all just stuff that needs cleaning and stuff like Dash's like food and bowl mat. Obviously my seedlings are up there and my bulbs are there in the sunshine. These won't live there all the time, but they're there for now. If I move Stanley Cup out of the way, this is this section, so it's pretty much the same. We've just moved the knife block there. Lee's going to see how he does with it because obviously it's great for me as a lefty, he's a right-hander, so we'll see if that moves back here, but it frees a bit more of this counter space up, which is desperately sometimes what we need when we're cooking. This is the same. This is changed, obviously that had like everything like the slow cooker and stuff on there, but now it just has a basket of you're right there. I think someone's got zoomies. This has just got basket which has tortilla chips in it, but it also has like sweet potatoes, kind of the stuff that you don't want to put in the fridge, so that's kind of living there. We're keeping this one empty for now. You alright? You enjoying your toy? But yeah, keeping that space for the moment empty while it's winter time, which is fine. This drawer changed slightly, so we have now moved in like our tea towels, washcloths, mop heads and stuff. I'm not happy with these things being here, but you know what, live and learn, they'll do there for now. And then this is organised chaos of just like food bags, cling foil, that stuff, etc, etc. Down here is relatively the same. It's pot lids and like pots and stuff that we use. Bins is pretty much the same. This is being rearranged, so we now have the slow cooker in there, and then always pan now fits in there without me having to reach above the fridge to use it. This is all the same. We thought we might need to buy an extra basket, but we don't. We managed to save a basket for some miracle, so this is now all our pantry food and stuff in there. And then finally, oh, you okay? You good? Billy bookcase. I'm not 100% with the styling on this, so I'm going to play with it a bit more, but this is pretty much the same as it is bar this section here. So I brought down all my non-alcoholic spirits because they were living upstairs because there was literally nowhere to have them. So this is a really nice one for like gin type cocktails. This obviously is a great one for gin cocktails. This one's good for tequila cocktails, and then this is a really pretty kind of sparkling wine that I picked up. This jug was from Lisbon, was desperate to get that and the matching cabbage bowl, so then now that's on display. I've got this little kind of pot to the side. It used to have flowers in it, but it's quite nice for displaying things. I just have my corks in there currently, which is what we had for Christmas and New Year's. I do have more, so I'm going to find them, and then that can just be a really nice little display bit. And then I have 2 beer glasses and 2 wine glasses that can be easily grabbed on a regular basis, about to say daily basis, but you know what, it's non-alcoholic wine, so it's fine. And then obviously my nice plates there, salad bowl. This box here has hidden like my stuff for canning when I grow my vegetables and whatnot. And then this leads down kind of this bit here. So the top shelf is pretty much spirits that I have left over, which we have, and I don't drink anymore, so they're kind of just sitting there. I've already given a load to my neighbour, so I think I'm just going to use these for like gifts and stuff as and when. There's a spare bottle as well of the non-alcoholic wine that's sitting there that just couldn't quite fit in, so we'll get that out later. There's Lee's Iron Rich Water, his beers are in here, and then there's like my spare bag of protein that was living in my snack box, which made no sense. So I've got all kind of spare things here that we're sort of doubling up in the cupboards, but now we can go here and shop here before we need to go and buy in the supermarket. Down here is champagne glasses that I don't use on a general occasion, my tumbler, which is good for short cocktails. There's a gin glass there as well for gin cocktails, and then we have these really nice kind of coffee mugs that we don't want to get rid of but didn't really have anywhere to put them, so we put them here. Same with like the water glasses. We don't use water glasses on a regular basis because I have my Stanley cup, but they're here for when we do want to use them. And then to the side here, this Organised Chaos is my really nice tea towels that I use and bowls for content creation. So if you ever see me do like a recipe post, I usually grab one of these to kind of display the food in and stuff. So I figured they'd be good here just for displaying. And then finally on the bottom here we have all the sort of useful cookbooks that I don't have the pretty spines. Sorry Jamie, but could you do a neutral book for me? But all the books that we do use that can kind of just live here. And then we have our, is this a crock pot or a Dutch oven, babe? The thing that's in the cupboard next to the coffee cookbooks, about to say coffee table books. Dutch oven. So that's a Dutch oven that we somewhat use, and then we have like this tub which we definitely only really use when we're baking, so it's moved away from the regular Tupperware. And then this is just a tub that I use for when I'm making ice cream, and I thought we'd put it there. So there's a little bit of unorganised chaos in here, but it makes sense. And when you step back, this room just feels so much cleaner and brighter, less mess across the place. Like, I'm very happy with this. Obviously, we've got rubbish at the door, but I'm feeling good. Oh, and last bit of organisation is this. I don't know if I really mentioned this, but this is brand new as of this week. It's like an acrylic memo board. As you can see, we've already written stuff on there. We also have a temperature to let you know what temperature it is in the house. So this one is everything that we have like in the freezer. I think I'll put onto here, but we'll always keep the meal planner out. I've told Lee that if he uses these 2 pens, he will fill my wrap like white ideally on there, or maybe the green because it smells like Co green. But other than that, I don't want to see multicolours on the fridge, but it's been really helpful for writing notes down and everything like that. So yeah, one last step back at our gorgeous, gorgeous kitchen. Okay, moving into the living room to sign off. So we're gonna get some lunch. We are starving. We've been working hard like troopers, and then we need to go for a dog walk, and we need to just stretch our legs in general, get some fresh air, and then it's just knuckle down, doing lots of editing and chilling out and cleaning the rest of the house, basically. But that is me done on my big organisation journey. I do hope you enjoyed this little mini 3-part series of me going through like the main rooms in our home and just kind of clearing in the clutter. It definitely feels a lot nicer in here, like in the home. I think it's just always what you need after the festive period, just to really kind of clean out everything and get rid of junk and whatnot. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think, if this was helpful for you and how you organise stuff. It's hard sometimes with the kitchen because it's not ours. We can't really change it at all. It's not a DIY project that we can rebuild a kitchen to suit our needs, because that would be ridiculous to do in a rental home. So we have to just make do with what we've got available and kind of go with it. But you know, I think it works for us now. Let's see where we are in a year's time and whatnot, like when we move and stuff. That would be like dream. We can start putting things back the way we want to. But do follow if you're not following already. Do subscribe. We are close to a 2,000 goal of subscribers. I don't know where we'll be at this time, but currently as I'm filming, we're close. So thumbs up. Hopefully we'll be there by the time you guys see this. Like, rate, subscribe, all that jazz. Have a lovely rest of your week. Have a lovely rest of your day. I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.